Welcome back to 30 Days of Podcasting, your home for all things podcast. I hope by now you are getting a bit more comfortable with this whole process and getting a little more confident in what your podcast is and can be. Today, we're looking at some of the marketing, some of the advertising, getting the word out about your podcast, kind of that element of things, because there's a lot of need for growth. There's a lot of people asking, what can I do to grow my show? Do I do this? Do I do that? What do I do? So here we are. Work your social media. If you're creating a podcast, you are creating content that is easy to spread out, to duplicate. Jump on Canva. You're already familiar with it because that's what you use to make your cover art. Make a simple graphic. There's tons of templates for Instagram, for Facebook, there's TikTok video templates that put the words up on the screen for you already. So all you have to do is record a short TikTok. You can do it from your phone. You can do it from a computer. Make an image with a graphic of something that you said, something that your guest said, a theme of the show, and make sure that you tag the episode, episode 37, so that people know to go to get this content. Another really cool thing that is super easy to do is make an audiogram. An audiogram, it's the graphic with the wavy lines that show your waveform for your clip. Pick a clip out of your show, 15 seconds to a minute, maybe a minute and a half if it's a really good one. Take your sound and upload it to a website called Headliner.app. And from there, it's really easy. It's pretty straightforward how to make one. It'll automate your waveform. You can put your Canva graphic up there. It'll have the wave behind it. You can do subtitles there. It's really easy. I recommend, if you're doing that, to use subtitles, because some people, as they're scrolling their Facebook or Instagram or whatever, their sound is not on because they're at work or they're in public setting. So make sure you have the subtitles there so that they see the waveform and they say, oh, this is audio. And it's got the subtitles and they say, well, here's what it says. It's a good little trick. The other really easy thing to do with this, if you are recording your podcast, if you record video, share a clip of video. If you're not publishing the video as a podcast on YouTube or wherever, you can still use that video as a sound bite, as a clip to share on socials, Insta, TikTok, Instagram, stories, and reels are all the same format. It's that profile, that portrait view setting. You can record it however you want. Go to Canva. Canva is magical. Go to Instagram video. Go to TikTok video, whatever. Select your portrait mode size. Drop your video in there. Slide it around to where it matches, what you need. And you're good to go. It's that simple. Share the videos on all your socials. So another option for marketing is to do paid ads. If this is something that you are good at or you have a connection with, it might be a great route to go to generate some traffic. Same deal, you're going to want to generate hooks, catches, things that people know. If you don't know how to use paid ads, do not do paid ads. You'll be throwing away money. If you have a skill set or you know someone who's good with paid ads, and that's the route you want to go, that's great. It will work if you know how to do it. Google and Facebook are really popular. They're not as productive, though, for podcast apps, for podcasting ads, as advertising within podcast apps are, like Spotify or Overcast. They both are Pandora. They all offer advertising. In a podcasting setting, there's a much higher conversion than running a Facebook ad for your podcast. Another great way is cross-promotion. We talked about being a guest on other people's shows a few weeks ago. That is one great place to be. The other thing is to have guests on your show. Invite a Facebook community leader that has a big Facebook group, and they will promote your show in their Facebook group. Being a guest on other people's shows is not as effective unless you provide a ton of value so that people want to come look for you. For that to work out, people really have to want to look for you, and you have to give them a reason to go look for you. So make sure that if you are being a guest on someone else's show, that you're providing that value. You're going to reach your audience there, but you also need to reach their audience where they're at. So it's a little bit of consideration. It's something to think about. Another way to really market your show is to be a part of a podcast network. Now, this is something that you probably won't be able to do just starting out. You need some time to develop your own following, your own audience, so that when you approach a network, you have something to bring to the table. You have an audience to bring to the table and say, here's who I got. I've got 3,000 people every week who are, from this genre, from this niche market, and here's how I can benefit the network. What's good about networks is it's a cooperative group of podcasts. They might have the same theme. So you might have a 30-second ad that runs on one of their shows, and they might have one that runs on your show, and you guys share an audience. It's not a bad thing. It's not a limited pool. People can listen to more than one podcast. Just because they're not listening, just because they listen to your show and someone else's doesn't mean that you're going to lose them as your own, because you're providing value. So podcast network's not a bad thing, but you have to have something to bring to the table. You can't just show up and be like, hey, give me your audience, please. I have need. Because you won't get in. But if you have something to bring, something to offer, absolutely, that's a great way to go. Really, the most important thing, though, build your community by providing value. Build your community of your focused audience. You know who your audience are, and you know where they are, so be there. Be a part of that community and share your show. It's really simple. It's hard and it's simple. There are some other things that we could do later down the road, but this show is not for that. We'll come back around probably next season if we have a season 2 and hit some of these other more advanced ideas, giveaways and raffles and where you can, where you can't, all that good stuff. So come back tomorrow. We're going to be talking about growth specifically, not just marketing. So we're going to talk about growth. How do you grow your show? This is just the marketing, but how do you actually grow it to the next level? Do the work. Keep working on your show. You're doing great. And I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, make sure you subscribe, like the video to help out the algorithms, and hit the bell if you want notifications whenever we drop a new episode, which is every day for the month of July. If you want a longer format or audio-only version, check us out wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Google Play, Audible, all the places. We're there. So check it out, and we will see you soon.